Hello, I'm Rashida Green, and I am thrilled to have you join us here today. As mompreneurs, we're not just building businesses, we're creating businesses. We're creating legacies of love that extend far beyond ourselves. And today, yes, today, we are talking about how we can come together, acknowledge and appreciate our communities, and build a business that we truly love. We're going to be delving into the heart of what it means to cultivate a thriving online community for your business, one built on love, connection, and shared legacy. But before we dive in, I want to pose a question. Have you ever considered the legacy you want to leave through your business? Is it a legacy of transactions and sales? Or is it something deeper? A legacy of love, support, genuine connection with your community. I want you to take a moment to reflect on this question. Think about your answer. What emotions does that bring up for you? What thoughts do you envision for your group? And I want you to sit with that as we embark on this journey together. Let's explore how we can infuse love into every aspect of our online communities, leaving a lasting legacy that goes, again, far beyond just the bottom line. All right, welcome to the Making of a Mompreneur show, where we're celebrating love and legacy this month and exploring ways to cultivate love and build lasting connections within our online communities. I'm your host, Rashida Green. I am the founder and CEO of Get Coaching, the host of this wonderful Mompreneur HQ community, and the creator of the Digimompreneur Academy, where we help moms who are just desperate for time, money, and location freedom to build online businesses that they can build while, you know, really being able to be present with their families, not neglecting themselves, not neglecting their families, but really being able to do it in a space of love. And whenever they can, filling in the gaps between naps to build a business that they will truly love and that will create a legacy for their children and their children's children. Right. And we do that through coaching, we do that through content, through community, and now also through our Digimompreneur Academy. Now, if you are joining us for the first time today, make sure that you drop in the comments that you are joining us for the first time, so that we can say hello in a special way. Also, if you are joining us live, let us know where you are joining from so that we can see how far and wide the Mompreneur HQ community reaches. If you go ahead and drop live, if you're watching us live in the comments, and replay if you're watching the replay, because that's okay too, right? As long as you're getting the information, you are joining in with us and engaging in the community, getting the free tools and resources that we have available to you, then it's all gravy. All right, get your pen, paper, pencil, your digital device, whatever it is that you need to jot down these notes, because you just might get the nugget that you are looking for today as we talk about legacy of love, building your online community for business success. We're creating a fun and memorable experience for your Facebook group or community, so that they not only show up to your lives and like your posts, but become loyal customers and referral partners too. Whether you're a seasoned community manager or just starting out, these tips will help you create an engaging and vibrant space for your members to thrive. So let's jump right in. All right. So the first thing we want to talk about is establishing consistency. Consistency is key to keeping our community thriving. To kick things off, let's talk about first how we can establish consistency within our book group. Now, mind you, this conversation is talking about Facebook groups. As business owners, I would encourage you to create a Facebook book group. And if you've been a part of this group for any time, you know that I struggled with starting a Facebook group because I didn't think I had anything important to share. I was just starting out, imposter syndrome, not really knowing how this Facebook community thing worked. And but what I found is that when you do create a Facebook group, you're creating an audience of people who really want to know what you're talking about, or really want to know what you're offering. And why? Because you call those people out in your group name. So Mompreneur HQ, I'm calling out mom entrepreneurs. Now, the difference there is that mompreneurs can be service based, they can be product based, they can be online business owners, they can be mom and pop shop owners with a brick and mortar. That's just calling out of all areas. But you can be as specific as you want to call out your specific group. Moms who homeschool. That's specific to just moms who actually homeschool their children. It could be kids who cook, so that's a group specifically for kids. It can't be too young because Facebook, has the age limits. But kids who cook, it's specifically calling out who you want to be a part of that group. Now, if you happen to be a chef and you make recipes and have a recipe magazine, that would be a great for children. That would be a great audience to keep. So when you're creating this group, it is really just providing an atmosphere for like-minded individuals to be able to come together to whether to get information or to really help and encourage one another in their business walk. So that is definitely something that you want to do to create a Facebook group to support your business. But if you don't have a Facebook group, think about your community being those people who have already purchased from you, or those people who have hosted parties for you. Those are people who are also your community, and you don't want it to be a one and done where you sell them something and then you walk away and they walk away. You want to be able to build relationship, because if that person really truly loved the product that you sold them, then they more than likely will have no problems referring you if they have have already built a connection with you. So when I say Facebook group, you can interchange the language so that it fits your type of business. But typically with this Facebook group, it's a free environment that you can create, that you can have control of, so that you can build a community of people who you can that may potentially become your clients. So that's what I wanted to clarify there for when I say Facebook group. But in either case, establishing consistency is still key. One way that you can do this is by setting clear guidelines and expectations for member behavior and engagement. And by establishing ground rules and communication and communicating our group's purpose and values, we really do create a foundation for a positive and inclusive community. You want to have a great group description. Again, you want your group to call out who it is that you want to be a part of this group. So you can do all of that in your group description. You want to tell them who you are, what your group is about, who it's for, and who it's not for. And you should also include a link or two for those people who don't want to go through the hassle of answering your questions or joining the group. They was just scoping you out. But, provide a link or two, whether it be to your web page or to an actual freebie or subscriber list that you want to have people sign up to. Because guess what? Even if they may not join your group, but they may click on your link to download one of your freebies, you still have an opportunity through that touch point to, you know, potentially gain another client, someone who did not join your group, but did join your email list. All right. You get to ask questions. And when you form a Facebook group, you get up to ask up to 3 questions, and they can be whatever you want. And it can either be text response, where you answer open-ended question where they have to answer you, or you can actually do multiple choice, where you say, hey, are you this A, B, or C? And they select A, B, or C. Now that makes it very easy for them to answer your questions. It's less hassle, and they feel less anxious about it when you just put the true or false or multiple choice in the question. When they have to write text, sometimes they get really lazy, or they automatically think, oh, they're asking me a question because they want to pitch me. You may want to be clear about what it is that you're doing with the information that they provide. Otherwise, you let them assume what they want to assume, and maybe you do or maybe you don't. But you definitely want to use that as an opportunity to get their email information so that you can build that relationship outside of Facebook. Remember, Facebook shut down one day last year, and it was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? But if that was to ever happen again, you won't lose your people. Your people will be on your email list so that if anything happens, you still own that list, even if Facebook decides today or tomorrow that we're folding. So you want to make sure that you have an email list, and you want the email address information to be one of the questions in that you have the opportunity to ask in your face. You want to make sure that the questions that you're asking are relevant and allows you to really, it allows your ideal client to raise their hand for your product or service. So you may ask, if you are a social media manager, you may ask, do you need help with your social media? You know, scheduling your social media. If you're an AI expert, do you need help? Would you like 999 AI prompts? And if they say yes, that sounds, hey, this might be somebody that's my ideal client because I do AI prompt engineering and they want AI prompts. That sounds like a good match to me. So make sure when you're asking those questions that they're relevant and they actually get you one step closer to identifying who in your group is your ideal client. Because if you don't ask the right questions and they join your group, or if you just let everyone, oh, which I'm sorry, get into my next question. My next point is be selective, right? So check out the people looking to join your group. You want to go to their view profile, check them out, look and see if they have any friends, if it's a new account. Do they look sketchy? Do they have a lot of spammy type content on their page? Even who they might be, they might have some of your friends as well. I find that also to be suspicious because sometimes I think what they do is just look at your page, see who your friends are, start friending your friends. And then you see that your friends are their friends. And then you go, oh, they're my friends. They're friends too. So I'm going to click and make my friend because they all my friends. No, they done got spam. But, just, be careful of that. You want to make sure that you're inviting people into your group who are actually like-minded people. If your group is for, let's say, women freelancers, and you got a male surf instructor trying to join your group, is that a good fit? Probably not. You get to be selective when you say yes or no whether or not you want to invite someone into your group. So use that liberty, that privilege that you have, because you don't want to invite people into the group who are not a good fit and then end up rubbing the rest of your members the wrong way because they're DMing people on the side, they're pitching their offers in the DMs, they're, harassing your other group members in their comments, trashing them, trash talking them and things like that. We want to be careful of the people that we're inviting into the groups because this is the environment that you're creating and you want to be able to maintain that. Of course, when they let you know what happened or you see that happening in your group, you have carte blanche to just delete them, remove them without cause, at that point. But, we don't want to, if we can avoid it on the onset, then let's just do that, right? So you want to try to be selective because you want your group to be an environment that is peaceful and enjoyable and memorable. And another aspect of consistency is regularly scheduling events and activities to keep your members engaged and excited. Whether it's a weekly discussion topic, a monthly challenge, a quarterly virtual meetup, having recurring events helps create anticipation and gives members something to look forward to. Here at the MHQ, we're still in the trial and error phase, right? We have a weekly live stream show. Hey, you're watching it now. We do daily theme days. So we have Motivation Monday and Wellness Wednesday and Three Things Thursday, right? So we have these things in the group. We've also had a visibility challenge when we challenged everyone to post live and video into the group to get visible, or to go outside of the group and post on your personal page on a more regular basis, on a daily basis, and see what type of feedback and response you get from your audience. We've also had quarterly meetup. We called them the Mompreneur Mocktails and Marketing, Mompreneurs Marketing and Mocktails event. We held that quarterly in 2023, where we get together. It started out physically, so we were in person, where we discuss marketing tips. You get a workbook and get all this information. And we also had our little mocktails. One time we had Martinelli's apple cider, sparkling apple cider. Another time we had Arnold Palmer's, And then with the non in-person events, we actually sent home mocktail recipes so that you can make whatever mocktail you wanted while you were home during the marketing and Mompreneurs marketing and mocktails event. So we've done that as well, and I really enjoyed those as well. That was a good time for me. So we will look to continue that for 2024 as well. We've also done virtual training sessions where we have done an hour session and we've done 30-minute session, just really talking about whatever the topic at hand. One time it was about sales, holiday sales, and you know, we just really try to do different things so we can see what our group is really looking for. When we do these polls inside the group, we really want to know what is it that you would like so that we can make sure that we customize the environment, that customize the training for the people in the community. Otherwise, I'm just going to go off what I think we need to know. But it is more helpful if I hear from the people who are going to receive this training and this information so that we make sure that we're on point and it's something that you can actually use. So when you see those posts and polls in the group, make sure you're responding because that really does help for us to be able to give you the material that you need in order to succeed in your business. And when you're talking about consistency and doing these different things, it's really about finding out what your audience likes or expects and making sure we're catering to their style of receiving information and participation, right? We want people to participate. That's why we have these engagement posts and we want you to speak up. We want you to ask questions. We want you to answer questions. If you know something about something that was posted, hey, I can't access, I'm trying to figure out which CRM is better. Who's a fan of Dubsado, or what have you. Oh, I'm thinking about switching carts, and I heard Thrive Carts one time payment is like a really great deal. If someone's asking questions that you think you have experience with or know the answer to, then feel free to share that. That's how we grow the community. That's how we build connection. That's how we wind up knowing who does what so that we can refer people to them. And that's how we really do build a community that's exciting and ready to grow together. We are more open, more vulnerable. We can learn from each other and help each other to build. And so that's the kind of environment that I would love to see for Mompreneur HQ. And if you are willing to help me, go ahead and put that down in the comments. That I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready because I want you to say that I'm ready to help build this community, whether that be by answering questions, providing answers, posting. And it really does depend on what you've been witnessing. But in the group for this month, I said, this is Love Your Community Month. I said, I believe the first of the month, that this is Love Your Community Month. And if you wanted to share a post or, share your business, you could do that all throughout this month. There is no cap like we normally have, which is Saturday is our social promotions day. And so that would be the day that you would normally promote your business. But for the month of February, and we said love and legacy, we want to express love. And so with that, we said you can go ahead and promote in the community without a paid membership, without having to wait until Saturday. Let us know what you're doing so that we can potentially support you in your effort to build your business. Okay. So we're still talking about consistency. And when we're posting, we want to stick with an identifiable color theme, right? And brand your images with your logo. So if you have images whether they're stock images or videos, make sure that you're still branding those images with your logo so that when if someone is scrolling on Facebook and recognizes your colored post, they will likely stop the scroll. Why? Because they're like, wait, who's this? I know this color. Even if they don't know who you are personally, they'll be like, oh, I've seen this color before, this color scheme before. This must be so and so. And they might stop and look whether or not they stay on the post or follow or do any other call to action at that point. They still recognize that color scheme as recommended posts come up on their feed. So consider that. Consider making sure that you have that color scheme in your logo on all of your posts. And that's right. Additionally, maintaining a cohesive branding and visual identity across all of your communications really does reinforce your group's identity and makes it easily recognizable to members. All right. So, yes, we're talking consistency, and that's consistency across the board in how you it let people into your group, how you post, the type of post that you put out there on a daily basis, how you inquire or with your audience, identify your ideal clients. All of that is still built up in consent. And then our next step is actually step 2, creating a fun and memorable experience. Now that we've covered in consistency, let's take a look at how we can make our Facebook group a more fun and memorable experience for members. One way to do this is by engaging with your members. What's the word? Consistently. By posting relevant content, asking questions, and responding to comments, we show genuine interest in our members' contributions and create opportunities for meaningful interactions. Why? Because you have this banter, this going back and forth, this commenting back and forth. Not only does it show the commenter that you're listening or that you see them, but you're also responding. And then you know what that response does? It helps your engagement rate in your community. And as your engagement group grows, Facebook then puts the algorithm starts recognizing you as a group that we may need to share with the rest of the world. So you want to make sure that you're doing those interactions and you're building those relationships. And some of these groups, they 100,000 people, and of course you're not going to be able to know everyone. And as your group grows and your community grows, you may not know everyone by name or by face, but those that you do build a relationship with, it's going to really be a powerful impact. And so I would just say, make sure that you're creating those meaningful interactions. One of the things that I used to do with the group that I'm going to get back to because I loved it, but as new members came into the group, I would actually do a voice memo welcoming them into the group so that they feel not only a part of the group, but they actually get to hear my voice in their inbox or in their DMs saying hello and really building that personal relationship. Sometimes I would get a response other than thank you. And that's great. But either way, it's fine for me because then I'm setting the tone and the expectation that yes, I'm a live person. I can help you and I'm here for you. So I think I'm definitely going to go back to that in 2024. It was fun for me to do, and I look forward to doing it again. We can also create routines or traditions within our group that members can look forward to and participate in regularly. Whether it's a weekly members, we have not done the member spotlight in a while. The only member spotlight I think that we do now is interaction acknowledgement. So when we have active members in the group, we say thank you. Thank you for being active in the group. And so that really does help to recognize people who really just been put in the work and really helping us to build our group. Sometimes it could be a monthly themed contest. We haven't had that in a while. We did have one, I feel like it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas, somewhere around there, 12 days of holidays. We did have some contests there. If you invited people to the group, you were able to win an opportunity to post for 5 days in the group, something to that effect. So we do try to do themed contests. I won't say that it's monthly, but hey, that's something to consider. We have not done any annual group retreat. I'm gonna tell you, I've been thinking about it, but we have not done that yet. I really just want to start thinking about our Digimompreneur Academy and our newest product release coming soon. I kind of told you, I gave you a hint. Sweet is going to be sweet. So keep that in mind as we build out that program. But whether it's something like as simple as that, these rituals and practices really help to build a sense of continuity and tradition within the community. Another way to create a memorable experience is by celebrating milestones and achievements within our group. So if you have a milestone, I just signed my first client, or I just sold my 100th product on Etsy, let us know so we can celebrate with you. I know we're just about at the cusp, I think, of 600 members on Instagram. So we're going to be celebrating 600 on Instagram soon. Whether it's reaching a certain number of members, hitting a membership anniversary, like we're about to be, I want to say, on our 4th year. But the math ain't mathing on that. Maybe it's not 4 years. 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so maybe 3 years. We're coming up on our 3-year anniversary on our Facebook group, I believe. And for Get Right Coaching, we're coming up on 4 years. When you have these celebrations, share that with your community. I remember getting, I think Canva, I got a Canva award for X number. I think it was 500 designs. Share that with your audience. Let them know that you're actually doing stuff in the work field to better enhance yourself, or like me, have fun on Canva and just have all these designs out there. That's something that you can do, celebrating individuals, celebrating members in the group, acknowledging your milestones. And it just really helps to create memorable moments and reinforces the sense of community. And lastly, incorporating feedback and closing thoughts. As we wrap up today's episode, let's talk about the importance of seeking and incorporating feedback from our members. I mentioned it earlier, but by regularly seeking feedback on their preferences, interests, and suggestions for improving the group experience, we ensure that our community remains relevant, engaging, and enjoyable for everyone involved. Our members are the heart and soul of our community, and their input is invaluable in shaping its direction and evolution. So, if you are interested in creating a Facebook group, if you already have a community that you're looking to grow, then I would say definitely take into consideration these 3 points that I made about establishing consistency, creating a fun and memorable environment or experience, and then incorporating feedback from your members. That's really going to help you to grow your group. We have some other tips and things that we talk about specifically for growing your group, but these are things that I really do believe that will help you to create a legacy of love and building your online community for business success. That's it for today's episode of The Making of a Mompreneur, and we hope you found these tips helpful in creating a vibrant and engaging Facebook group or community. Don't forget to join us next time as we continue our theme of love and legacy this February, this Black History Month. And but you can't see it, but this Black History Month, I just wanted to rep Morgan State University. They are really a national treasure. They have been identified as a national treasure. This is a historically Black college or university, HBCU, that I attended and love. And so I just want you all to be able to celebrate this month, Black History Month, celebrate yourselves, and definitely celebrate the love, not just for Valentine's Day, and not just for February, because that's the theme that we're going with this month, love and legacy. But it's not just for now, it's forever. Again, legacy is the key word. If you are part of this community, make sure that you are letting us know in the comments what nuggets that you've gotten from today's show. We'd love for you to come back as we continue the conversation on love and legacy. Until next time.